Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. First carry now. This is Williams. He'll be dropped at the 30. But a shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
yelling, you to all my haters, they skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them, let them out 20 red till a million ain't out. Yep, like in the Kango Anna. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember out of Atlanta, I can give a about a dog. Cause I'm used to getting things from a text, so I count setting numbers in the hood, do what I say, do. Tell break bread, a fake dead, a bit, they hate that. 50 million, you die to make that middle. You vote for Trump, you see me outside, well, you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, ain't funny, no hee-haw. Like a Black Panther weak to the teeth, try me weak. Swear to God, I could have been Freddie Gray. Or Mike Brown getting down with a on me and a half a blame me by Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I was challenging with a hand. What you see before you, what they done told you from nothing, man. Gray and hustle over everything. And hit the king like an 18-wheeler in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the in crowd. Got a problem with me, I say, yeah, I got the same friend that I came in with, ducking all that lane. Hey, everyone that knows on go. I rolled in a 4x4. Believe if a kid gon' go see me with ain't gon' see them no more. They love when I talk that. Roll by the car lot when bought it. Call case at the case and a phone. They will watch you give a that. I live today rapping back, caring them back what they capping back. Ain't roll mom, but we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of those. Better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Roll it down by 2. When they go out here, run this play for the win. Let's go get it. I formation, 28 sweeps, blue 14. Watch left. Hup, hup, hup.
We to the man, Atlanta head cop to the left, turn to the back. Try to see we weren't having that. Send with your ad, drop it out with Alabama ad. That would get for trying to battle rap. Head, be winning.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. These folks are ready, and we are underway. This will be taken in at the 1. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, Charles, it feels like Lamar Miller's been around the NFL forever, but he's still just going to turn 28 in April. Well, this past year, though, 973 rushing yards, good for 12th in the league.
And you know that he's capable of being a 1,000-yard runner year in and year out, save for some injuries, and maybe utilizing the pass game a little bit more in Houston. 4.6 yards per carry is a healthy number, and that was his highest since 2014 when he was with the Miami Dolphins.
A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw on second is Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Hopkins this year over 1,000 yards again. 4th time that he's done that in 6 NFL seasons. He had 1,572 to be exact.
And that was second only to Atlanta's Julio Jones. And you have to think the return of Deshaun Watson at the quarterback position, taking all the starts this year, that had to help, because we've seen DeAndre Hopkins have big seasons with multiple quarterbacks, but have that one consistent guy only elevates his play.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because we're
trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The tight end, Kelsey, was the intended target. But the Houston Texans, as they come onto the field, obviously their offseason hit a little earlier than they wanted in January, making it to the playoffs, losing to Indianapolis. It was the first time the two AFC South teams had actually met in the playoffs when they squared off with the Colts.
And think about how the two of them began the year. Houston began 0-3. The Colts began 1-5. Yet they both finished so hot. The Colts down the stretch, 9-1 in their last 10. Houston 8-2, and end up meeting in the playoffs. And both of them ended up winning on the other team's home field. The Colts did it twice, Houston did it once.
But as you said several times, hard for Houston to be completely disappointed with the ending. They have a lot to build on for next year. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He's got Fuller. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, Ivy Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pauvin, though? Wins $100,000 for his efforts. Also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day. Unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pauvin. Way to go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half, 3-0 New England, Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the 3rd team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 25-yard line. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now it's Watson. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Justin Houston in there to sack him for a loss of 6. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D. Ford in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Butker now to add the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the 2nd straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year, I thought, was a close...
It's caught inside the 25. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 58 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Out of the gun, Watson. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Green, 39. Reset.
Step, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Watson goes right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Ace.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 70 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. His pass caught with the 4. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now Mahomes. That is caught by Williams for a Chiefs touchdown. Davian Williams from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Butker on for the PAT. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And the lead is now 21-14. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Now a handoff to Miller. Room here to run. Still moving. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. This is fielded at the goal line. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. We have been treated to great offense on both sides. The defense is on the other end of the spectrum. They're just searching for answers right now, aren't they?
And for most defenses, it's a very uncomfortable, in a lot of ways, unfamiliar spot because points are going to be scored. But the way we're seeing them today, it's almost like there's no resistance. They've got to figure out how to slow these offenses down. Maybe someone on either side can make a big play and start to wreck and disrupt the timing that we're seeing.
As we get closer to halftime here. Mahomes to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins, for the Kansas City first.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
On first down, Mahomes. He's going to go up top. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Watson now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Texans send the punter out. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And out come the Chiefs now. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete here. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Down. Black 22.
Watson going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Murray that time there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again is Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them. I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On second down, here's Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds his man Griffin. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Well, this winds up in empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Left, 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 left. Ace,
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Black 58.
first and 10. Here's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 47 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Allen Bailey in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Able to avoid him at the 40. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
it right out.
Look at you go. Okay, you better. Look. Go. Go. Look at you go. Okay, you better. Look. Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even me that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a lazy, my posse deep and I raiding. We act the fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about it.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Boston Scott, his first carry. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the ground with a tight end across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Shorty. Great. Black.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D. Ford in there to sack him for a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep it.
He's got him in, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Great. 81. That's it.
Wentz now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
For mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Spins away. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there counts what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. He'll be tackled shy of the 30. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a pitch out to Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. There's just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. First and 10 at the 19. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And he's able to put it through. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it. Well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wentz to throw on second down. Over the middle, it's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively. Oh, a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Hitchens in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Trying to lay one up. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Scott. Powering his way forward. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Allen Bailey in on the stop. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now a toss play. It's a Ajayi. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox.
You've got a few different ways to play it offensively, but this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it, and this time it results in an interception.
They'll run on first down. Scott, and they'll get him down right about the 20. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Doug Peterson. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there for KC. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what's...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On first down, Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 26. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20. The 22-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On second down, Scott. And he's got room. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called roast.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi taking it in from the 20.
That everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation, but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Yeah, he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary football?
Oh, wide open, complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 78 yards, and the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked a big play. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
Shorty, shorty. Here we go. 120. That's it.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. D. Ford in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Michael Bennett in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. On 1st down, Scott. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They go again with Scott, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. shotgun now for Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on first down. Scott, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go. Wait. 53, come on. 53, check 53. You ain't doing that today.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Ertz over the middle. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep... Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
He got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. And even 40 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
That's good for 20.
When you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flat. The standards in the tear down.
Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my hands down. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They begin the drive with Williams. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to look deep for Watt. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now. Scott. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. On 1st down, Scott. A little 360.
Oh, man.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Steps away to his left. Now he's good. And the defense loses him. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Wendell Smallwood. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Mac Hollins the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Sunday.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. Fights loose. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. D. Ford able to drop it for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now they'll run it on the toss. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Come on now, let's go. Shorty.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Run.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime?
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Haloti Ngata with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for him. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Dancing to his left. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Scott. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because
Working from the gun, Wentz. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Boston Scott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. On 1st down, Scott. Oh, look at that. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked it. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Elliott now to kick this one away. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Mike Bennett in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on error.
Now a hit and a loose football. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Bring it to you. Lion.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Wentz going to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for a first down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Now Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
On second down, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Nigel Bradham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Corey Graham. Watkins, the intended receiver. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll run on 1st down. Scott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They run with Ajayi, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run again with Ajayi. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go.
Wentz now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 2nd down, Scott. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey. Here we go. 120. Great.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Brandon Graham in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He'll rifle this one. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. The interception woes, they just...
Once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit, but as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.